Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Dragon Ball Evolution. Now today I'm giving you guys my review for episode 14 of Dragon Ball Super, and this is the conclusion of the Battle of Gods arc / saga for Dragon Ball Super. Next we are seeing more new stuff and hopefully some original things, but the Resurrection F arc is coming up. But in this episode, we see that Goku and Beerus' fight concludes. Goku is continuing to fight Beerus in his Super Saiyan form after thusly losing the God form, so to speak, as Beerus had mentioned. And he continues to fight in this form, and it's not looking so good for Goku. He's not doing very well at all. Beerus notices this, and it's funny because the last episode Goku was saying how he was, he didn't feel like he lost much power. Maybe he didn't just quite understand what was going on, because it does seem like he's doing a lot worse than before. He can't really do much to Beerus. In this fight, we see some nice underwater battles and some very cool spectacles. Beerus is blocking Goku's Kamehamehas because it doesn't have like a godly key, so I guess he can block it and kind of dissipate that blast, I suppose. And it's some interesting things that happen in this episode. Later on, we do see that Goku kind of does lose most of his energy, and not necessarily he gives up. He kind of gives up at the first point. Beerus mentions that this fight started with a blow like this. He's doing the little flick that he did against Goku, and then he finishes it with that. But I mean, it didn't really finish the fight, but he assumes so. But he doesn't know why Goku's not giving up. Goku's got such a furious rage, he's just not going to give up like that so easily. The fight is much more furious than it was in Battle of Gods, and it's obviously longer because it's in so many episodes. But Goku's not going to give up as easily as he did in Battle of Gods. There is also a scene where Goku kind of explodes in a ball of fury with the God aura around him, and that's a very cool thing that happened. He was still Super Saiyan, but what happened around him was the godly key, from the Super Saiyan God aura surrounded his body, and then he charges Beerus, but it didn't really do a whole lot. Beerus couldn't really be bothered to put a whole lot of effort to stop it necessarily. But once Goku actually falls to Earth after losing to Beerus, Vegeta catches him, and then Beerus goes down to Earth, and Piccolo has everyone that's going to fight stay in that area, and everyone who's not going to fight separate. And Mr. Satan originally goes to back up to not fight. But an interesting thing that maybe some people missed, and it's very subtle because it's not really focused on, is that Mr. Satan actually steps forward to actually fight Beerus, knowing he's gonna, obviously get trashed. But I can completely respect the decision to go and try to, make up maybe for a lot of the lies he's told over the series. So it was definitely an enjoyable episode. Beerus, the way Beerus leaves Earth was enjoyable too. I like this one. It was a little bit more ambiguous though, because in Battle of Gods we saw that Beerus, destroyed the Earth by destroying a little piece. He's like, oh, I don't have enough energy to destroy the rest of the Earth, which obviously I think, he's obviously bluffing. He totally had enough energy to destroy the entire Earth, but he just blasted a little piece of rock in Battle of Gods. In this one, he shoots a giant wave, but it misses and goes up into the sky, and then the camera pans over, and he's sleeping, and it doesn't look like he's actually faking it. It looks like he was actually sleeping, and when Whis wakes him up later, he really did seem like he actually fell asleep. So whether or not he really was going to destroy Earth or not, it's still unclear. I still think he was not necessarily going to destroy Earth. That's just what I would feel like. And it's hard to kind of dissect the dialogue at this time because we don't have the accurate subs. These are kind of, still the new subs, so they're not completely accurate. So it's kind of hard for me to pinpoint what was going on super accurately, I suppose. But that's pretty much it for the episode. It was definitely an enjoyable episode, but these last few episodes, not a lot have been happening, and there's not a whole lot to discuss. The only thing I can really say is that Vegeta does not want to do the ritual for the Super Saiyan God. And this is something I mentioned in a video a couple weeks ago that I'll link in the description and annotate at the end of the video, where I discussed maybe, I briefly discussed that maybe Vegeta's going to learn how to attain the God form by himself by training with Whis. And I think this is more evidence to support that. I didn't really think that was a possibility, but now it's looking a little bit more clear, and I'm going to have a discussion coming up very soon about that. But it was awesome. The next preview episode shows some very interesting images, if you guys have seen that. But yeah, not much else to say. Hope you guys enjoyed this review. It was one of the, it's as far as Super goes so far, with all these episodes, it's an average episode. Maybe a 7 out of 10 if you really want to give a number. I don't like giving numbers, but it's a middle of the road episode. It's a pretty good one. A lot of these last episodes have been very enjoyable for me, so it fits in very well with those. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this review. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you later.